Hey, house guests! Welcome to today's Big Brother 26 updates and spoilers. It's finale day! Yay! Hope everybody is excited for tonight. Our house guests of the day are Brianna Rose, Kathy Weller, Laura Barclay, Teresa Grafflin, and Darren McDowell. Thank you all so much for the support this season. We could not do this without you, and we appreciate you so much. So thank you again. I was about to say, if you guys want to be house guests of the day. No, it's the last one. But thank you to all of our patrons throughout the season. You guys really did help us get through. So thank you for real. And I also want to wish a happy Thanksgiving weekend to Canada. All of our friends in Canada, we love you. So we hope you're having a great Thanksgiving weekend. Okay, so let's get into it. This is the last one. Oh, when we left off yesterday, it was finale eve. As we know, Chelsea won part 1 of the final HOH. Mackenzie won part 2. So those two will face off tonight live in part 3. It's going to be some sort of questions, most likely. And whoever wins that competition will choose who will sit next to them in the final 2. So it seems like, unless something insane happens, Mackenzie would pick Chelsea if she wins, which I think is a huge mistake for Mackenzie, because I do think Mackenzie would probably beat Cam, right, in the final 2, but I don't think she would beat Chelsea. I don't think so. But she's all, I'm loyal. This is Big Brother. But, okay, we don't know what Chelsea would do if Chelsea wins the final HOH. I'm wondering if she's even considering throwing the final competition. I don't think so, though, because I don't think she wants to leave that up to chance. But she's been kind of promising final 2 to both Cam and Mackenzie. She's been telling Mackenzie, we're going to walk out to confetti together, hand in hand. 2 women in the final 2, 2 believers in the final 2. There was lots to talk about that. But as I mentioned, she also told Cam that she would take him to the final 2. And these two, Cam and Chelsea, have been pretty candid in their conversations these last few days, talking about what they would say in their final 2 speeches, how they're going to answer jury questions. At one point, I mentioned this yesterday, Cam asked Chelsea what her biggest move has been. And she was talking about how she's controlled Mackenzie's vetoes and her HOH weeks. I mean, it's true. Like, she had so much influence over Mackenzie. But I am surprised that she spilled this to Cam, because he could easily bring that information back to Mackenzie and try and get Mackenzie to pick him over Chelsea if she wins HOH. Would Cam do that, though? He's not exactly a gamer. He hasn't shown a ton of gamer instincts throughout this season. So I guess maybe Chelsea's thinking there's no way he's going to bring this back to Mackenzie. And even if he did, maybe she just figures she could talk it away, right? I mean, she's been caught red-handed pretty much with Mackenzie before, and Mackenzie was like, no, I believe Chelsea. So yeah, I guess Chelsea's not worried. She's got a firm grip on Mackenzie's brain. So let's talk about what the house guests were up to yesterday. Chelsea was practicing her final 2 speech some more, and she has been crafting this thing. Honestly, I think her speech is going to blow away whatever Cam or Mackenzie come up with to go against her. She's going to talk about how she started from the bottom. She was one of the downgraded players. She was a microchip week 1. She's going to talk about how she has won the most HOHs this season. I don't think she even realizes that she is tied for the most HOH wins ever. And it's funny because Chelsea and Mackenzie keep making up all of these stats that are just not true about, no women ever being in the final 2 together, blah, 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 like all sorts of things. But this is an actual record that Chelsea has tied, and I don't think she even realizes it. So that's fun. But Chelsea is also talking about how she has only been on the block once. It is a testament to her social game. She was never really the target. And she also wants to talk, most importantly, about the power of her words, right? Even when she wasn't technically in power, she still held a lot of power. And she's like, there's two ways that you can go about this game. You can play like Mackenzie and win a bunch of competitions, as many as possible, or you can play like me and win when you need to. Oh, she's right though. Like, she's played a very well-rounded game here. She says, I played with the end in mind. I made it to the final three with two people who would take me to the final two. So she's pretty much guaranteed a spot in one of the shares. And she's also talking about how she wanted to keep Mackenzie around because Mackenzie was a shield for her. She knew that people would target Mackenzie before they came after her because Mackenzie won so many comps. And also, she was able to sway Mackenzie to do things that would benefit Chelsea's game the most, right? Out of anybody else. Yeah, these are all very, very good points for sure. So later, Mackenzie and Chelsea are chatting, and Mackenzie is getting nervous. She's like, I don't know what I'm going to say in my speech. I'm worried I'm not going to be able to articulate my game to the jury. Mackenzie's game was, I won things and I did what Chelsea told me to do, pretty much. So Chelsea's encouraging Mackenzie. You're going to be fine. Your game speaks for itself. Also, I'm going to tear your ass up in my speech. I'm curious what Mackenzie's reaction is going to be when she hears Chelsea's speech, whether she's sitting next to her in the final two or she's sitting in the jury. I don't think she realizes what Chelsea will be saying in her speech. But Chelsea tells Mackenzie, focus on 3 or 4 main points to sell to the jury because we're just not going to have time to go through every little detail, right? Everybody knows Mackenzie's quite the talker. She's talk. But what is she actually saying, right? You really need to focus on a few main points here. And Chelsea tells Mackenzie, you don't have a lot of explaining to do. Your game has been very clear. Also, I'm going to break down your game. So don't worry, I'll take care of it for you. But then they talk about how 2 women have never been to the final 2 before. Stop. It's not true. I can't. When these people who have only seen like bits and pieces of a season or 2 act like they know everything. It has happened 5 times before. 2 women in the final 2. 5 times before in regular non-celebrity American Big Brother. Another thing that was killing me last night was when Mackenzie was saying she's going to be the youngest person ever to be in the final 2. I think Danny Donato would have something to say about that. There have been a lot of other people Mackenzie's age or even younger. And she was also telling Chelsea, you could be the oldest winner. Isn't Chelsea like 28? So in Mackenzie's mind, the only people that have won Big Brother have been between the ages of like 23 and 28? What? That's insane. I just can't with all the made up stats. It's too much. Just freaking stop. Anyway, Chelsea tells Mackenzie, you winning is me winning and vice versa. They also mentioned wanting to go on a trip together. We'll see if Mackenzie still feels that way after everything is said and done tonight. I don't know. But also during this conversation, Chelsea mentions that she thinks Cam would feel weird about even making it to the final 2 and bumping one of the 2 girls out of the final 2 so that he could go there. I think he'd be pretty happy if he was in the final 2. But he has said, he feels like Chelsea and Mackenzie have really done a lot to deserve to be there. He's kind of been dragged along a little bit. So he did kind of say stuff like that. Mackenzie agrees. She thinks that basically Cam wants one of them to win. They talk about how God chose the 2 of them to make it this far in the game out of everybody else. I'm not going to touch that because I know everybody gets upset about it. But that's something that was said. Chelsea tells Mackenzie, you need to prepare your heart for tomorrow because she says, I think there's a really good chance that Angela could win America's Favorite Player. So she's telling Mackenzie, fix your face on stage. It's going to be Angela or Tucker. So yeah, it better be because they were the 2 stars of the season. But Mackenzie is disgusted by Angela. She talks so much shit about Angela. I don't know what the frick her problem is. It seems like this all goes back to week 1 with her calling out Matt and Angela being like, Mackenzie, you can do better. It seems like it's all because of that. Because, like, what else is it? It's too much. So, yeah, that's a lot. But anyway, later, Chelsea and Cam are chatting. And again, very candid conversation. Oh, is Chelsea 27? So that's an even smaller range. So Chelsea is talking about her game with Cam, and she's like, I had power when I didn't actually have power, and I didn't have to win to survive. I chose to win competitions. She's really going to be coming for Mackenzie's neck in this speech. And Chelsea says to Cam, if I win a HOH, I can go two different ways. And Cam's like, yeah, there's literally only two different ways you can go. Obviously, picking Mackenzie or Cam to join her. So Chelsea says that Mackenzie heavily believes that Chelsea would take her to the final two. Yes, because that is what you've been telling her you would do for quite a while now. Cam says, you're going to have to make this decision for yourself. I'm not going to tell you what to do. I'm not going to like beg to go to the final two. He's unbothered. So Chelsea's asking, what would you do if you were me? And Cam says, honestly, I think you're going to win either way. You would beat either of us. So it's your decision. It's up to you. And he says, I'm not going to be mad. I'm not going to hold a grudge if you don't pick me to go to the final two. I think that you guys both deserve to win this. So he tells Chelsea, you got to do what you got to do. And this decision is for money. So again, he is not going to be upset if she doesn't choose him. So he's really giving her an out here to do what she's got to do. He does, however, bring up that if Chelsea wins the HOH and takes out Mackenzie, she's basically out comping the comp beast, right? That would be a huge move on her resume to take out the comp beast of the season. So Cam actually did end up campaigning for himself a little bit. Imagine that. Yeah, so that was pretty much it for last night. Today, it's finale day. The house guests were saying goodbye to the live feeds this morning. Mackenzie was all like, farewell, goodbye forever. Hope you enjoy your lives. Hope you enjoyed ours. Adios. And then the feeds went down for good at 10 a.m. Big Brother time. So that's where we're at. Tonight is the finale. I think it's pretty exciting that we don't know for sure what Chelsea would do. I honestly could not tell you who she's going to bring to the final two. I don't know. I mean, Mackenzie, I think it's pretty safe to say she's going to take Chelsea. But Chelsea, I don't know. I don't know what she would do. So tonight's finale is 2 hours. It starts at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And it's going to be chock full of goodies, right? We're going to see the 3-part HOH competition, the jury roundtable hosted by Taylor Hale, the final 3 eviction, face-to-face, the jury Q&A. I'm hoping we'll get to see some action with the pre-jurors as well. We're going to find out who the winner is of this whole thing, and we're going to find out who America's favorite player is. So it's going to be quite the night. So I want to thank you all so much for watching, not just today, but throughout the season. All of our super chatters all season long, all of our patrons. You guys really did make it possible for us to keep going, especially with the drama at the beginning of the season, not knowing if we would be able to even cover it without the flashback feature on the live feed. So I'm glad that we were able to get it together and bring you guys some coverage for this season. And I have to thank all of the updaters online, especially all the Twitter updaters, and the people who were clipping video from the live feed so that we could still see what was going on even if we weren't watching it live. So I appreciated that this season more than ever. So thank you to everybody who was doing that. You guys are amazing. And of course, I want to thank my mom. She's my partner in crime here, covering these shows together. I want to thank my husband for keeping me sane. I want to thank my family for keeping me sane. Couldn't do it without them. And I want to thank today's super chatters, of course. So let's see who we've got before we wrap it up here. So Ange H plays, Angela H. Thank you for your super chat. And she says, thank you so much for all your hard work on the updates for another amazing season, the best in a few years. It really has been. It has been so entertaining. We've seen some really wild gameplay and some really interesting people. So I think I would agree it's been a great one. And Angela H says, Angela for America's Favorite Player. Woo! I'd love to see it. Gail Murphy Comedy, thank you so much. We really appreciate your super chats. Lynn Hurst, thank you so much. Oh, wait. Gail says, thanks for a great season. Couldn't have done it without you. Thank you. How do I close this? Oh, no. Okay, here we go. Lynn Hurst, thank you so much for the super chat. Lynn says, thanks for all your hard work and dedication. It's been a really good season. It really has, and we appreciate you joining us for it. Steve Highland, thank you so much. Steve says, thanks for your tireless work. Really enjoy the spoilers and episode recaps. Great season. Thank you. It has been a fun one, I have to say. Christina Byington, thank you so much. Christina says, never commented before, but thank you. Love your updates. Oh, thank you for reaching out and for watching. We really appreciate you. Charlie Cutler, thank you so much. Charlie says, thanks for everything. Been here since 20. Go Ange. Yeah. Oh, since season 20. That's awesome. Thank you for sticking with us. And Autumn, this is Autumn's first super. Yay. Autumn says, your updates have been the highs of my summer since 2018. Thank you for another great year and already looking forward to next season. Oh, thank you for watching 2018. I can't believe that was already like 6 years ago. Thank you for sticking with us. And I can't even imagine what season 25. No, we're going to be on season 27. What season 27 is going to be like? How are they going to top this? Am I okay right now? I don't know. Steve, I also just wanted to say thank you so much. I just realized that your super chat is for $50. So, wow. Thank you so much for your generosity. So, everybody, thanks again. You are all amazing. We will see you tonight for the episode recap. Derek Johnson. Uh-oh. Derek says, I'm a patron and never got house guest of the day. I'm so sorry. I went through and I tried to comb through and I didn't see. Maybe I missed you. I'm so sorry, but you are one of today's house guests of the day. So thank you so much for your support. And that's it. So see you later. And until next time, much love. Bye, everybody. Have a great day until the episode tonight. Bye.